Guys, here with your collective reading for the week ahead. As always, take this message as it suits. It is just channeled in as a direct message, so if it's for you, take it. If it's not, that's okay. You can book in the link to get your own personal reading or wait till next week. Okay. The bottom of the deck energy we have is Three of Pentacles. This is about what I'm getting here is like this is sort of working towards something, piecing things together, really starting to make sense of like what's coming together as a whole. Like as you can see, they're working like on this tapestry. There's a few people together. So this is about seeing how you can get together with people, work together, to kind of keep advancing your skills. This is a little bit of a beginning energy as well. So if something's not necessarily in the works at the moment, it surely will soon be, and having that assistance and support will be really helpful for you. Okay, so let's get into the messages for the week ahead. Let's see what's going on. Okay. All right, so first card out we have is the Five of Wands. Now, what I'm feeling here is this is just a big mental battle for a lot of you at this time. As you can see, everyone's kind of off doing other things and there's no stability, there's no foundation sense. And this is kind of telling me that this is very much your mindset. This isn't necessarily, this can be reflective of like people in your life and things like that, but I'm just sensing that this is going all different ways. Now, this is kind of no surprise with Mercury in retrograde in Gemini. Gemini is a very cerebral energy. We're in Gemini season. So, your thoughts are literally dashing and darting off all different directions. And it's just creating an imbalance because you're kind of reaching for this thing, but it's like all these voices, all this head noise is giving you 1,000 possible ways to go there. And it's very overwhelming. And there's no grounded energy behind it. So what this is telling me is that it's really about quietening the head noise. It's stop sort of fighting that mental battle. Stop trying to reach for, whatever it is that you're desiring. Try and find a bit more of a methodical approach that's going to get you there without harming or, yourself, others, creating mental stress, creating hardship. Try and find that grounded, firm foundation that you can walk the path to get that desire. Now, that's, I feel, for a lot of you coming to an end. I do feel like this has been a thing that's been ongoing for a while and you may still be sitting in it. So it's not about beating yourself up about it. It's just bringing it to awareness. But things are changing because we have the Wheel and then we have Temperance. So what this message overall is saying is that it has been a head fuck. Life, getting to your dreams, thinking about what you want to do next. It's like you've just been in 1,000 different ways and you're just like, this is just exhausting. I'm tired of this, trying to figure everything out. But with the Wheel here, it's about surrendering to that transition. Because sometimes this head noise can come up too when we are going through change, when the universe is pushing us to change and transition. It can be uncomfortable. So again, we also get up in our head like, what's happening? What's wrong? I've got to quickly rush to do all these things because, I'm in a hurry. Like you feel pushed, you feel resistance, you feel like you've just got to go 100 miles a minute. But this is saying like things are turning to be more calm, to be more peaceful, to be more receptive of what you're actually after on a soul level. Things are happening behind the scenes. This is kind of telling you to just chill. Let the universe switch this up, okay? Like there's been a lot of transition this year, last year. It's creating this essence of like needing to have full control of everything, and it just is exhausting. We've stopped having fun, we've stopped enjoying things, and instead we are just literally gripping and grasping onto whatever we can at whatever cost. And this is saying this is changing. This is ready to change. This is ready to transition for yourself and on a collective level. But the universe is kind of trying to, I feel like for a lot of us, the universe is like, the image I'm getting right now is like they're trying to like close up shop. like, for example, when you're in retail and it's closing time and you're like, right, let's shut up. And then, someone walks in and goes, oh, just quickly, I've just got to get this thing. And you're like, okay. And then someone else does the same thing. And then before you know it, you're still there 20, 30 minutes later and you're just like, oh my God, like, we need to shut shop so we can clean and be open again tomorrow. That's the energy I'm getting here. The universe is trying to end things, to close things off, to close off cycles, friendships, feelings, whatever. But you keep kind of like walking in the door and be like, hang on, I just got to get this thing. And they're like, please let us shut the door so we can close up shop and freshen it up so when we open again tomorrow, it's ready to go. Okay? So let them do that. Let them do that. You might not see it, you might not feel it, you might not have any inch of knowing, but that's where you need to fully trust and surrender. That gives you then the chance to come back into balance, because when you're constantly trying to control and manipulate an outcome or resist the universe or resist other people or resist change, you are completely in this action-orientated, stressful place. But then when you're on the other end of not giving a shit, you're closed off. So, this is the universe saying you need to come back to self. You need to come back within and just balance this out. Know that if things aren't working in your favor, it's not punishment. It's not. It's usually protection and redirection. And they can't work when you're constantly knocking on the door or constantly walking across the wet floor. Okay? They can't clean up if you keep walking across the wet floor, is what they're telling me. So, this is about coming back to stillness, coming back to self. I feel like meditation is a big message here as well. So if you've been putting off your meditation, I know I have, or journaling or any of your tools that help you ground and sit in that sort of more peaceful stillness, you need to get back in touch with that. If it's reading a good book, if it's sleeping a little bit extra, whatever you need to just bring this fiery energy back down, this mental battle back down, you need to step into that place. Control what you can control, which is you. Control the balance of your emotions, of your actions, of everything else. Let's bring everything back down to a nice neutral playing field. You don't have to close off and be all, well, this is shit. You don't have to be so hot-headed and angry and fiery and everything's in your control. It's just about saying, okay, I can look after me. I can work with my emotions. I can use my tools, my support, and then anything else, just let it go. Let it go. That's how you're going to bring everything back into balance, okay? And we've got 2 major arcanas there, so it's very much a chapter thing. Lots of change coming, especially around like the heart, your intuition. It's just about trusting yourself. And, again, with this 3 of Pentacles energy, underlying it's like trusting that what you're working towards is coming. It is growing. It is evolving. Okay, but when you're just focused on this one thing or this one mindset and getting angry about it, you're not opening up for allowance. And that's when everything crumbles, because you're just literally, again, back to this card, you're just building on a rocky foundation. And then when it crumbles, you crack the shits because you're like, well, nothing ever works out. Spirit's like, let us do this. Let us do what we need to do. So when we open the doors again, it's clean, it's fresh, it's renovated, it's ready to go. Okay? Then you can come in and buy whatever you like. Just focus on getting back in touch with yourself, with your essence, your emotions, your feelings, your desires. Like I said, sometimes you just need a big sleep or to just literally turn the phone off, do some meditation, whatever first, and then get into a headspace where you can then actually think clearly, calm the noise. If you do need assistance with that, healing sessions are very, very powerful. So please reach out if that feels fitting for you. But otherwise, guys, the universe is just saying stop battling your mind. Stop thinking you have to be pulling yourself in 1,000 different ways and having to reach something in order to be successful or loved or accomplished. Come back down a notch. Run your own race at your own pace. All right, things are happening. You can't see them. It's very frustrating. The universe understands that. Okay, your spirit guides understand it. It's not punishment. But they can't, like I said, their biggest message here is they can't clean up and open up fresh if you keep walking in and disturbing them. Okay, they need that time. So back to you. Anyway, guys, like I said, if you want your own reading, if you want your own healing, please reach out to me. Comment below if this was helpful. And remember, these messages go over a few week period. It's not necessarily just this next week, but this will probably be through, play out for you individually across the month of June. So being with yourself, going back within is going to be your biggest benefit this time. Okay, so have a fantastic week, guys, and take care.